Hi, people of the Philippines and people of the world. Hit the button below. And you will be subscribing to the Boy Abunda Talk channel on YouTube. Let's keep talking. Magandang gabi, Pilipinas. Good evening, everyone. Thank you. Welcome to the interviewer and welcome to the Boy Abunda Talk channel. Ito'y nagagawa ho natin because of the support of my friends, Manila Bankers Life Corporation, IMG, and Boy Bondat po, maraming salamat. Boy So, my dear friend of La Carmela de Baracay, Cleanse Call of Latif, another good friend, Front Row, my family, and Ultra Fit Coffee and Move On, and Dr. Steve Marcan of GAOC. Maraming salamat. I'm excited. Kanina ko pa pinapanood po yung comments ng fans and supporters and friends of James, and I'm just so glad that I was given this chance to do a conversation with a man I admire and a friend I miss. I haven't seen him in a while, and we're doing this conversation because we want to touch base. This is a good time for people to actually touch base, find out how we guys are doing. Lalo na po ngayon dahil sa araw na ito mag-uumpisa ang lockdown dito sa Metro Manila. Let's say hello to the hello singer. Mga kaibigan, please welcome Mr. James Reid.
Hi, Tito Boy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Good to see you.
You're looking good. I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Sorry, James.
It has been a long time.
I know. Sabi ko, na-miss kita. Tagal tayong hindi nag-uusap. But I know that you've been very busy. I've been very busy. We've been trying to make do with whatever we can during the pandemic. Kanina ko pa binabasa yung mga comments ng supporters and fans, and nakakatuwa. Miss na miss kanila.
I miss seeing them too. It's not the same performing without,
I know. I'm not in the habit, James. I'm not in the habit of actually reading a lot of comments. But kanina I was waiting. Dami, Daya James, Jaden, love you James, etc. And it can be overwhelming. How does it feel to be so loved?
It feels great.
It does, no? It does. Pero hindi ka na overwhelmed.
Does it get overwhelming?
Does it?
I don't, like, for me, I'm really grateful for, all the support and the love that the fans show. And, it's really love. It's not just, on the good days, they're always there, supporting and always waiting for the next thing. Even if they don't agree with my choices in career and in life, they're still there supporting. So I'm truly grateful, to have fans like that.
I like the dynamics. I can support you, I can love you, but I may not agree with all the things that you do. That's quite interesting. You make some moves, and both personal and professional, and your fans let you know how they feel about them, and that's fine. That's quite interesting that you had to say that, because I'm a fan. I'm a different fan. I like my hinahangan. I like my idol to listen to me, and I feel bad when they do otherwise. Pero kayo, ang relasyon nyo with your fans, James, is that it's fine with you and with them, that you don't see eye to eye on certain issues.
Yeah, I think that's because it's been a long time.
Okay.
We've been through a lot, and it's been, I've been in the industry now for I think 11 years. So we've been through a lot. It's different, when at the beginning it was very different. There weren't a lot of people weren't so accepting of my life choices. But
That's interesting.
Yeah,
it goes to that level. It goes to that level when we can live, or you guys can live with your differences. I've changed now, actually. I'm more respectful of course, the decisions of the people I admire. That's really true. In one of your interviews recently, I think you were saying that during the pandemic, you're living your life right now. Exactly what did you mean by that?
that I'm living my life right now. I think it's that I'm doing all the things that, given all the limitations, I'm still doing all the things that, I felt like I was either too scared to do, or
Mm.
wasn't mature enough to do, or too lazy to do. Things I didn't want to face when it comes to, uh, just me like growing up. But it's been hard in a really good way. Like I really needed it. I think I was really dependent on a lot of things, and when the pandemic hit, it got real. It got super real. What I took from my career, it couldn't just be something that I was passionate about, and then I could just show up once every while and do my thing and then disappear. I realized if I really want to do what I love for a living, making music, running a music label, working with friends, it takes a lot of work. I have to be professional about the things I'm passionate about. Otherwise, they could slip away.
And then I think in an interview, you were also asked as to whether you know what's going to be next. And you said, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
totally understand that. I totally understand that. But talk about it. Because not knowing is not necessarily bad.
Yeah, it's yeah, not knowing is not necessarily bad. You're right. For me, half of everything that I was doing, stepping away from my acting career to pursue music, start an indie label, and make the music that I like. It's all of these things that we've managed to achieve in Careless and some of the other businesses I've done. A lot of it has never been done before. A lot of the projects we did hadn't been done before. The way we've shot certain things, like Nadine's visual album, or some of the projects we've worked on with different brands, it was all a first. So everything we've been doing, we're figuring it out, and that's really been what's made us grow so much. Because even though it's unsure, we're still pushing and staying optimistic and learning from it.
And I also think, James, when you say I don't know what's going to happen next, makes you pay more attention to the now, to whatever is happening. Diba? Kasi you're not anxious about what's going to happen next. And because you know that all you and I have is the present. So when you do the best you can with what you have at present, that brings you to the next now. And I think that's really interesting. That's
I
really
agree.
Yeah. You mentioned the name of our dear friend, Nadine. How's she doing?
She's doing well. She has actually another single coming out very soon. I know that the fans are gonna love this one. It's a great song that she's releasing, and I don't want to go into it too much.
Yeah, okay. But you're producing it. Did you write it? Did you produce it? Did you co-write it with Nadine? Just that. You don't have to tell us the title of the song.
Oh no, I have no hand in this one.
Are you none? Okay.
No,
You know,
I have no hand in this particular song.
it's just fun. Just before this conversation, I listened to Halo. I was watching the video of Crazy, and then I was listening to Hello.
Yep.
And I've never been shy, James, to say, even before, that you belong to the world in terms of music. You cannot be confined just here in the country, because I think your genius, your brilliance as a musician belongs to the world. Sarap pakinggan. Ganda-ganda.
Thank you, Tito Boy.
Is Hello available now? I mean, can your fans, supporters, can we go to a certain site? How do we listen? How do we watch the music video? Talk about it.
Yeah, so the Hello is out already. It's out now.
It is.
You can listen to it on Spotify, on
Okay.
iTunes, and we shot the music video for it a couple of weeks ago, and it should be coming out very soon, in about a week or a week
From
and a half
today.
from today.
Okay. So I was
Yep.
wondering when I was listening, sabi ko bakit hindi kumikilos? Yung pala wala pa talagang music video. As opposed to I enjoyed Halo, and I love the simplicity of I love the futuristic look of Halo, but I love the simplicity of Crazy. Ano yun? Madamdamin. Di ba? It's just in the studio.
Yes, the music video that's coming out next. It's really, I'm kind of nervous for this one because we did something really different to everything that I've done before.
For
They're gonna-
Hello? For Hello?
Yes. So, yeah. So it's
Wow.
going to be a completely different side of me, a really like silly, crazy side of me that I don't think anyone's ever seen.
Okay.
Brought on by the craziness of quarantine, staying at home and having too much time in your own head. I think a lot of people can relate to that, and the craziness that happens on the inside. Because the song itself, "Hello," the way that I interpret it is kind of like, after being stuck inside for so long, you really can't wait to just get out, meet people again, live life again. Yeah, that's how I see it. So that's what we kind of capture in this, and you're gonna see me wearing some very silly things and some terrible dancing.
Okay. But we all look forward to the music video of Hello. Silly. You're gonna wear some silly things, which means will you be sexier in the video? My words, not yours.
I think that's subjective to.
Alam mo kasi James, the most that we saw in the video of Halo, there was a scene. No, there was a scene that you came from the sea. I remember that. Okay,
Out of the ocean, yeah.
that ocean shot, I think, was
my hair, and then
I know, and then it was repeated how many times. I mean, it's wonderful. But this one, we're looking forward because there's some crazy dancing, and let's see. Abangan namin lahat yan. Okay. Another one. I was just reading so many materials about you, and you also spoke about learning from past mistakes, and this attracted me because you were using very strong words, and not tolerate things that were accepted before. Exactly what did you mean by that?
when was that interview?
Yeah, one of your interviews.
More on the things that I think before, especially at the height of kind of when I went up in show business, I think I got too caught up in what people were telling me I needed to do and who I needed to be, and I tried to be that for people. It really got to me.
Okay.
It really got to me to the point where, for me, that's kind of what sent me into depression for about a year and a half. And just that feeling of not having control over my life or whatever goes around me, that was it, kind of. And, one of the things I'm not tolerating anymore is, people telling me what I'm supposed to be or what I'm supposed to do, or that it's not going to work. And so far, so good. I've done things that, people told me that wasn't possible or wouldn't work out.
Right. And that gives you more freedom. But don't you get that experience? Don't you get that sense on social media when expectations are really high and you have to be photographed in a certain way? And Nadine and I had a conversation before. Usap kami ni Nadine, and she'd tell me that she would take social media breaks once in a while just to just to relax. Don't you get that sense on social media?
Well, I think I'm a little different when it comes to social media. For me, like, I don't use it enough, to be honest. Updating people, the fans. So whenever I post, they say, like, yes, he's back. He's been gone for so long. So I take social media breaks on the regular, without trying.
Right.
Yeah, I should be actually using it more. Updating people. But I've had my comment section off on my Instagram, which is the most. I've had it off for a long time, actually, a couple of years, and I only recently turned it back on.
Okay. In other words, in the context of control, you do not allow yourself to be controlled by the media. Edith Watanabe, miss you, James. A lot of messages here. Ang daming puso, ang daming kulay. We'll try to read some of them. Yeah, that's there. Ano pa? Okay. I'm going to go to some questions coming from your supporters, from your friends and fans. And I just want to get quick reactions from you. Here is a question from Glowing Lustrous. What is James' reaction on the home videos that is being uploaded by Daddy M on his IG account? If he is going to join the Olympics, what sport will he choose? So there are two questions. Your reaction to the home videos, and kung sasali ka sa Olympics, anong event?
Have you seen the home videos?
I got. I did one. Yeah, there.
Oh my God! Thanks,
Kung
God.
sabihin, you're seeing this for the first time, are you?
No, I've seen this.
Okay,
I didn't
yeah.
realize you were gonna bring it up in the interview.
No, this
Yeah.
is a question from your fan.
It's a great
Look at you, James.
throwback. It's a great throwback. My dad
Yeah.
actually has hours and hours and hours of a lot of camcorder footage from when I was a kid. Yeah, I did a lot of things, a lot of different things. I did diving, like highboard diving. I did gymnastics. I played golf, football. I'm not sure what else. There's quite a few things.
I know.
But-
I love your dad. I miss Daddy M. Malcolm, if you're watching, if you're eavesdropping, hello. No, the first
Yes,
time
he
I read
missed
this question, I didn't understand the context until I saw the posts. So sabi ko, bakit tinatanong si James tungkol sa Olympics? Yung pala, all these posts of dad.
But maybe if I was to join the Olympics, it would probably be swimming.
Okay.
Yeah. And you'll
So
see
there-
a lot of the videos my dad's been posting of me swimming as a kid. Yeah, don't watch it.
Okay, no, but we will be expecting more posts from Malcolm. Okay, here's another question from Jan Lustre Aidu 11. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Since your dad has been posting some of your childhood videos and pictures, if you were to describe your childhood, how was it?
Looking back on on all those videos, I was very lucky. I was like very lucky to have that kind of upbringing. And what I also do appreciate is, I would travel to the Philippines once a year. So every year I'd go to the Philippines to visit my mom, and I was able to understand. What poverty is. And going back and forth between Philippines and Australia. As a kid, my dad, when I was very young, my dad was very successful, and then we hit a lot of speed bumps along the way, and we had to downgrade a lot up until the point of like almost bankruptcy. And as that happened, I never felt like we never felt that it was difficult or that we were poor, because I've been visiting the Philippines, and I would see what it really means, like when I would go out to the province, and I'd see what it really means to not have anything. So I was always grateful for what we had, no matter what our situation was. So yeah, I'm glad I got to experience that young.
Okay. Okay. We're getting a lot of comments. We're getting a lot of shout outs. And sana po ay mabati tayo lahat ni James, but napakarami lamang po. But you are acknowledged, your sin. And on behalf of James as a friend, he is very grateful. Maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta.
I see the
Here's
comment.
another question.
I see the comments now.
You can see the comments now. Go ahead.
Yes.
You might want to mention some of them.
Okay. Maris Carril, hello. Marvic Celerio, thanks for tuning in, guys. And hi, Rachel Ann Ramos.
Right.
And Cortez Deshery.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Salamat sa inyo. Here's another question from Guwon. Dahil inclined sa music si James ngayon, kung merong awitin, if there is a song that would describe your life right now, what would that be and why?
A song that would describe my life right now?
Yeah.
Honestly, it would have to be Soda, because just the meaning of the song. Actually, it just hit 2 million streams today. So thank you everyone who's been streaming it and supporting the song. But yeah, what that song is about is really just learning to see all of the challenges in life as opportunities to grow. Just that shift in perspective has helped me a lot. And currently that's where I am, just let it ride. There's going to be ups and downs, but it's all a part of the ride.
Yeah. Drift with the ride, as somebody said before. But the production of the music video of Soda must have been quite challenging. Was it?
Yes, shooting during the pandemic was extremely difficult. But yeah, we did have a lot of support, and it was difficult to do everything the right way. But we're very stubborn, we're very stubborn, and we try our best to get what we want.
Right. Okay, we'll try to answer as much questions as we can. From Hyperlight J, is there anything that you don't own now, but you hope you can have it one day?
That I don't own now?
Yeah, anything that you don't own now that you hoped you can have it one day.
A full mustache.
Why? Serious, James? Galing?
Oh, absolutely. It's been my dream to have like a full,
Yung mustache na ganon?
The curly one? Yeah, absolutely. Actually,
yeah.
I think Johnny Depp.
Okay. I love the mirror. I love your mirror at the back.
Oh, thank you.
Ganda. No, I am into mirrors. I love mirrors. Okay, here's another question from James Rain D. Okay, who's your dream artist you want to collaborate with and why?
Dream artist to collaborate with. I think. Who would I like to collaborate with right now? Right now, if I could be the third member of Silk Sonic, with Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, that would be pretty awesome.
Say it and it happens.
Speak it from. Let's go.
Diba? Believe and it happens. Say it and it happens. From Readers Tacloban, despite reaching a certain level of fame, surprisingly, you've decided to take the back seat. Was there a turning point in your life that convinced you to choose the path that you're taking now? I think he's basically talking about, movies and in music, your decision to concentrate on music. That's from Readers Tacloban.
It was when I released Palm Dreams, that first album. That was the first time I really, created something that was my own. Compared to acting and everything else I was doing, it was the first time actually creating something that was my own. Looking back on it, it's, if I could redo some of the songs, I would. But still, at that time, it was so great to just kind of take something from inside of you and put it outside. And I fell in love with it. I knew that that's the path I wanted to take. in music, and I never really looked back since.
Okay. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you will not be doing movies in the future.
No,
No.
it doesn't mean that at all.
Okay.
Like
All
one
right.
day, I would be interested in doing film again. It's just right now, I really like to see it through. Um, I'm looking for more musicians, more artists to work with, to sign. Um, Not necessarily to sign either, just to collaborate with and
Okay.
see what's possible.
Pero James, are you open to, let's say, not necessarily act in a film, but doing the soundtrack or the scoring of a particular movie? Would you go that direction?
I don't think I'm that. I don't think I'm ready to do that.
Not,
That's
not, not
pretty hard.
now.
To do scoring for a whole film, it has to be very
Yeah,
cohesive, aligned with in line with the story. Um,
that's tough.
yeah, that's a tough challenge, but maybe one song.
Okay. No, I was watching this documentary on Netflix. I was really surprised because I love documentaries. I don't know if you've gone through it. What is it? Struggle. It's a story of the artist, of the sculptor, Shukalski. I didn't realize when I was watching the documentary that it was produced by Leonardo DiCaprio.
Mm.
Parang, wow. I didn't even realize that his father pala is an artist. Well, anyway, here's another question from IP Sagel 88. Oh my God. But I have to. Since you and Nadine are both single, are you ready to see her with a new suitor?
Um,
Say no. No, I'm joking.
uh, I don't think anyone in that situation is really, excited to see the ex with someone else, but that's not my choice. So yeah.
God, but I'm forced to follow up that question. But if it were your choice, what would you choose?
Well, I mean, it can't be my choice, but
Yeah, it
if it was
can't be.
my choice, if magically I had to decide whether
Hypothetical. Yeah.
she be with someone, of course, I know I wish her the best. I wanted to be happy. So
Would you allow? I mean, if you had the choice, hypothetically, if you had the choice to say yes or no, you can have a date, you would actually say yes?
I'm I'm not a husband, neither am I her father. So um,
But you're
she can do whatever makes her the happiest.
but you're somebody very special. I mean, do you know we talked about you the last time she was here? We talked about you, and she explained the kind of relationship you guys have, and totally respect that. Okay. From are you? This is a nice question from An Yong Sayo. Are you planning to make a Filipino or Tagalog song on your next album?
Yes, I would love to. In my next album, actually, I'll actually start working on it hopefully towards the end of this year. With all the singles and stuff I've been releasing recently, it's kind of coming to an end of the phases of me releasing singles. I think there might be one more for this year after Hello, and then I'll be in album mode. But yes, I would love to make a full Tagalog song. My first time ever trying to write in Tagalog was Filipina Girl, and actually, when I was working with Billy Crawford and Marcus Davis, they asked me to do a third verse, and then they didn't expect me to write a part of it in Tagalog. And at first, they were like, "Why did you write it in Tagalog? It should, like everyone's singing in English." And I was like, "Well, let me just record it first." And then I recorded it, the Tagalog part, and they loved it. They said, "Actually, it's so perfect for the song, the way it comes in." So that was my first time actually writing in Tagalog. But I think I need more practice.
No, but it makes sense that you have to do one Tagalog song in the future. I haven't seen Marcos, I haven't seen Crawford. How are these guys doing? Are you
Um,
guys working together?
um, I've only seen Billy a couple of times.
During the pandemic.
The quarantine and everything, and they have a new baby boy. So just to be safe, but we're still in touch. We're still very close. And Marcus Davis, actually, we've been working with a lot during the quarantine for Nadine's album. He's currently
Right.
working on a new project for Jolianne, our newest artist at Kellis.
Yeah.
That I'm really excited for as well. And yeah,
Crawford and Colleen have a cute baby. One day when you get married, would you like to have a baby boy or baby girl? Is that something that you think about? You like babies?
one day, yes, I would definitely love to have children. I grew
Oh.
up in a family where there were 7 of us, 8 of us siblings, also including on my mother's side. So, it's fun growing up around, so many brothers and sisters, and definitely I would want, my kids to have that same experience.
That's true.
One day.
One day in the future. From Readers Tacloban, this is a very good question. Any message or advice, piece of advice to young people who are afraid to take risks in life?
Don't be afraid. I don't know,
But James, what do you do with failure? How do you manage failure?
I just had I just had a interview with someone about this recently. I don't know. It's never really failure until you give up.
Yeah.
You can keep failing, but as long as you keep going, if you don't stop trying, then it's not failure. It's only when you stop trying that it becomes failure.
That it becomes a failure.
I've made so many mistakes and I've tripped so many times, in this whole career of mine. But I think just not giving up means that you can't fail.
I love the way you put it. You complete the meaning of failure when you actually cooperate with it by stopping. But for as long as you don't continue, you don't stop, and you just keep on moving on, that is not failure.
Yes. But I mean, as well, learning from your mistakes, because otherwise you're just making the same mistake over and over again.
Right.
But
yeah. Oprah has a way of saying that. I mean, failure to her is God's way of saying, hey, that's not the right direction. Take the other one. And then when you go through it again, and then, you see how it does, it's God's way of saying, okay, may bagong daan dun ka pumunta. From Hyper Light J, the first things James does after he wakes up.
First thing I do after I wake up, jump straight in the shower and get to work by 8 a.m.
Until 8 p.m.
Until
I read
8.
about that. I know, and chill on Sundays.
That's why I was a little bit late today.
No problem. You weren't late. You were on time. But when you say you chill on Sundays, exactly what do? You basically don't do anything.
Yeah, on Sundays, because I'm literally, working from 8 to 6. Sometimes we just.
I know, but that's Monday to Saturday. Yeah.
Monday to Saturday, and then Sunday, I literally will not move my body or leave my room. Video game, whatever it is, I'm chilling.
Okay, that's good. So, guys, remember, Monday to Saturday, James works hard from 8 o'clock in the morning to 6 or 8 in the evening. Sundays, chill.
Don't call me on Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. From Depreciate, what is his message? What is your message to your younger self? And how does he see himself 10 years from now? Your message to the young James and your message to yourself 10 years from now.
If I would give him any advice, Actually, I would just say, listen, I know it's scary, but have faith. Everything's gonna be okay. Because, I wouldn't tell him to do anything different. I'm very happy with who I am today, and where I've come, where I'm headed, and who I am right now. So, I would just say, just wait, just you wait, do your thing. Things are gonna work out.
That's a great message.
Yeah.
Okay, so 10 years from now, where do you see yourself?
10 years from now?
Or you don't even want to think about it?
Yeah, I don't even, I'm like just, I'm kind of more focused on
Yeah.
who I want to be instead of what I'm supposed to be doing or where I'm going to be or what I'm supposed to achieve. Just who I am now and what I believe in. You know,
Okay.
the type of person I want to be.
Yeah. Julie Ann Bunao, what do you miss most about Australia?
About Australia. The weather, the beaches,
Yeah.
um, meat pies, sausage rolls. Um, yeah, the
All of
food.
them.
Yeah,
All of them.
yeah. I
James,
haven't been back in maybe I don't know 3 years actually.
oh, you're doing a lot. I mean, not just producing as an artist, but you've gotten involved in a number of businesses. I know kung hindi po dahil sa lockdown, I would love to go to one of your restaurants. I mean, to the restaurant. I haven't been there, Alamat. You have that restaurant. But because of the lockdown, we decided just to do, an online conversation. Kumusta ang mga negosyo? How are you doing in the businesses?
So I'm not sure if you've been to Almusal. Did you ever get to?
No.
I'll send you some. I'll send you some food from Almusal.
Okay,
It
but
is.
I know you're really involved in the food business. So okay,
Yes.
aantayin ko yun.
Yeah, one of the businesses I've been doing alongside running
Music.
Careless,
Careless, yes.
Brooklyn Industries. So it's a F&B and lifestyle company that I've been partnered up with. We've been putting up restaurants, bars during this time, and the first one was Almusal. It's at the pop-up in Katipunan, and
Okay.
I eat there literally every day.
In
And then,
Almusal. Okay.
yes,
What
and then the second
what,
one.
what time are you there?
I'm there.
Sasabayan ka? Sasabayan ka na. Talaga? So where in Katipunan is this?
I mean, it's quarantined right now, so
I know. Pero saan banda sa Katipunan ang Almusal?
it's right opposite Ateneo.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. It's a nice location. It's accessible. And then Almusal, but I know you have something in Poblacion. Tama ba ako?
Yes, Alamat.
Alamat. Right.
Yeah. And there's a second one too. Currently it's called HQ, but Alamat just opened.
HQ.
It's also it's
Okay.
also a restaurant, and one thing we've gotten a lot of feedback is that the food at both Al Masal and Alamat is really good. We have a really great team. Our COO James Thomas, he's worked in New York. He was managing a restaurant when it won its Michelin star. So there's a lot of international experience in the team, and yeah, it's been also very difficult trying to open restaurants and bars during the pandemic. Making sure everyone's staying safe, introducing it very slowly, but yeah, when things finally go back to normal, we hope for a better experience in the Poblacion area. So it should be good.
Actually, it's starting to open. I know restaurants and bars were starting to open until the surge happened again. But as you said, you don't stop. You don't allow yourself to fail. You just keep on moving and moving. HQ is open, huh?
Currently, no. Because of
No,
currently
because
no.
of the lockdown. But before the lockdown, did you open HQ? Is it a bar? Is it a restaurant?
It was open only for a while until the lockdown happened. So
Okay.
yeah, hopefully when this is all over, we can begin again. But we're still staying optimistic.
how do you manage your time, James? Ang
How do I
dami mong
manage?
ginagawa, ha? Yeah.
I honestly, like, I really owe it to my team, the
Yeah.
people I work with. Even me before, I was so dependent on the scheduling of my artist handler, my artist manager, just kind of show up to things. So, I had a really bad concept of time. You know, when we first started the business, we say, okay, let's have a meeting at 8, and I'd show up at midday. So, yeah, I've had to improve a lot, in that sense. Really professionalize what I'm doing, so that, if I'm going to be the one that's running Careless, then I have to really care about it the most. If I'm going to be the one that's leading it, then I have to give 100%, because I can't expect the people I work with to give more than that. If I
Right.
give 120%, then maybe they'll give 100%. So, yeah, that was one of the realizations I had.
Yeah, I read that in one of your interviews about not taking for granted time again. Because it's not just you, a lot of us. I mean, I went through that because I would always make excuses. My schedule's bad and that I came in late, etc. We somehow learn from sabi mo nga, previous mistakes.
Yeah, and I really did learn to not waste any time. Pre-pandemic, I don't know, like I felt like there were just so many distractions, and I felt like, it'll come.
Yeah,
Things will happen. We have time. But then when the pandemic hit, it kind of put everyone on a shot clock. So
that's
at
true.
the beginning, I was almost about to kind of end Careless. There was a point where I wasn't sure if I was able to take care of everyone and to continue the business and still support everyone that was working in it. But we banded together and we got through that.
James,
Spending time.
I've never been able to ask you this. Why Careless?
I don't know.
That's okay. I'll take that.
No, it was an inside.
I love
it was
the
an-
name. I love the name.
Yeah, it was an inside joke. I think
Okay.
I've explained this before, but then people, like a lot of
Okay.
the bashes used to call me, Careless, and I
Okay.
just kind of took it and put it up there. In,
Okay. No,
and it stuck.
no, I love tweaking certain things like it's a long story about the LGBT story about, let's say, the LGBT symbol, which was used by the Nazis. They put in a lovely meaning to it, etc. Careless, I was thinking, in public speaking, James, one of the biggest problems is that we always want to be right. So there is an exercise actually. The Toto, we always want to be perfect. We always want to do exactly what is expected of us. So one of the exercises in public speaking is merong isang bagay nilalagay and then you shout, you call it any name except for what it is.
For what
Just
it
to
is.
relax your mind. Yeah. Because that addresses this whole point about I have to be right, I have to be on spot, I have to be etc., etc., etc. And I was just interested to find out if there was a story behind it. You almost ended Careless, and I think that was a natural reaction for a lot of us. I suspended operations of my little company because sabi ko wala namang mga concerts, wala namang mga TV shows, wala namang mga pelikula. And I also heard in one of those articles, are you still selling your house?
What do you think?
No, you don't have to talk about it. But it's out there.
No, I am. I was, and then I didn't. I actually moved back into it, but
I know. Yeah.
I am currently selling the house. Actually, not yet. It's not actually on the market, but I plan to in about like a month or so.
Yeah. Okay. Here are just very quick questions from the fans. When is love too much?
When is
Love too much?
When is it too much?
When is love? If it's not too much, that's okay. It's never too much.
I don't know. That's a tricky question.
Yeah.
Is it too much? Is it ever too much? I don't think so.
When is love? I mean, is there a time in one's life when love is too much? I also don't know, actually.
I think my dad can love me too much.
And you wouldn't mind. You wouldn't mind. Okay. I will have to ask you these questions. Your relationship with Nadine proves that ex-lovers can be best of friends. How deep is your relationship with her? Where is that relationship now?
Um,
I didn't want to ask questions about Nadine, actually, but there are just so many, I can't ignore them. Okay, go ahead.
I can see them all actually. I can.
I'm so uncomfortable about this, but go ahead.
Where are we? We're still very good friends, and we still work together. And she's always gonna be very special to me. And right now, she's doing her own thing, and I'm doing my own thing. But yeah, we're focused on our careers. I'm really trying to help her with the music side of things, and it's been great to see her actually be able to take control of her creative direction in a lot of her music and a lot of her projects. But I mean, how we're going, we're okay.
Yeah, and that's good enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good enough. So thank you, James. Thank you very much, and invite again your friends and fans and supporters.
I just
Especially about hello. Yeah.
I just saw someone. How much do you love Cosmo? Cosmo's the new corgi that Nadine got, and he's
Okay.
absolutely adorable.
Okay.
Yeah.
How often do you see each other?
Very frequently, like
Because
at
you
least
work together. Yeah.
yeah, at least once a week. Yeah.
Okay. Uh-huh. All right. So I was reading a comment. Who's Boom Boom?
I don't know. I don't know who they're talking about. But yeah,
James.
why don't we ask them? Who's Bum Bum?
Who's Bum Bum? Is that Boom Boom Bum Bum? No, I keep on seeing it, actually. Is that you? Is that how Nads used to call you? No,
I
come
don't
on.
know. It could be.
Could be.
It could
Bum
be.
Bum. It could be. Okay. We just want to make there. James, is there a chance you and Nadine get back together? James, for you, what is Nadine true love or great love? That's not my question anymore. That's from.
It's not your question, but it's still there.
I know it's still there. I know. Etienne Postanes. But it's something. Is it something that bothers you, James? I mean, between friends.
Is what something that bothers me.
I mean, every time you're asked, because hello, James, I love you. Every time you're asked about Nads.
No, it doesn't bother me. I think it's a very everyone's obviously very curious.
Yeah.
But even when we were together, we did like to have our own privacy.
Okay.
And I think we're not together anymore. I think still want to keep that privacy, if you don't mind, all the Jadine fans.
Certainly. The private part of your life that you can claim private are the things that you have to hold on to. I always say that because when we decide to be public, everything is public. But there are things that you can keep private for as long as you request, ask, everybody to respect that particular space. I think people give it to you. Notice me, James. Would you date a fan? That's tricky.
I've been asked that question a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say they didn't. If someone came up to me and straight up said, like, "Hi, I'm a huge fan." I'm like, "Wait, what kind of fan?"
And then,
No, like what kind of fan are we talking about?
fan. Like, I love your music. I'm a fan. I'm crazy about you. I'm a rabid fan.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that really matters. I think that would be fine,
Okay.
right? Wait, if they didn't say that they were, and then secretly they were, and I found out, actually, I wouldn't mind either. Yeah,
You
so
would.
yeah, probably I would.
Yeah, and that's not also the first time it happened. I can't recall just the names of many stars and superstars who dated fans, but this happened in the past to a lot of stars.
A lot of
Okay, wait. Before you invite everybody to, you know, listen to Hello or support all, I hope you do a concert before the, I mean, sometime soon.
if they don't bring back live audiences
You wouldn't.
this year, then
Yeah.
I'll do a digital one. It
Wow,
has
that's good news. That's
Yeah.
good news. I'll just do this very quickly in your presence. Julie Anbuna, because these are your fans. Athena Macasinag, Janelle Tano, Vilma Balayan Olivar, Marin Golpo, Rachel Panganiban, Rialyn Sumagat, Angeline Rivecho, Stellar Faris, Peaches Mendoza, Angelica Guillermo, Youth Cargulio. Maraming salamat for eavesdropping. James, final words.
Um, it wa- Honestly, it was great to talk to you. It's been a while. It's good to see you. You look great, and thank you for having me. Thanks to everyone tuned in right now. For supporting all the music that we release, supporting Careless, and all our projects. And stay tuned. We have a new single coming out from Nadine, and we have the music video for Hello coming out very soon. I'd say in like a week or so. Yeah,
Okay.
very soon.
And you're looking great. Stay healthy and stay good. Stay safe and stay a while. I'll just close the show, but I just need 2 minutes with you. I'll go back to you, but thank you.
Okay.
Maraming
Hang
salamat, James. Okay. Yan po mga kaibigan, James Reid. Maraming salamat sa pagsama niyo po sa amin dito po sa The Interviewer, sa The Boy Abunda Talk Channel. Hindi nakakadaan si Bong. He's about to have dinner, pero hindi siya makadaan kasi dito lang ang daanan po dito sa aming tahanan. Maraming salamat for joining us. Thank you for being part of this conversation. And I pray to God na sana ay lahat tayo'y ligtas. Lockdown starts today, but He will take good care of us. So stay kind, blessed, stay healthy, make your nanay proud. And wow, goodbye for now. See you soon. God bless. Hi, people of the Philippines and people of the world. Hit the button below, and you will be subscribed